Have you ever wondered what lies at the heart of a thriving classroom? It's not just the curriculum or resources, it's relationships. Yes, seemingly simple connections between you and your students can turn a classroom into a powerhouse of trust and learning. Welcome, educators. I'm Leslie, and today we're going to uncover the transformative power of relationships in a trauma-informed classroom. If you're here to make lasting impact in your students' lives, especially those affected by trauma, you're in the perfect place. In a trauma-informed classroom, we go beyond traditional teaching methods to create a sanctuary of safety, respect, and mutual trust. Here, every interaction matters. Every day is an opportunity to build a bond that does more than educate. It can heal. So stay tuned as we go over the role of relationships in a trauma-informed classroom, challenges and strategies. I even have a special action that you can take that will help increase these relationships with an easy but often overlooked solution. In any classroom, relationships are key. But in a trauma-informed classroom, they're not just important, they are essential. So let's dive into why these relationships hold such transformative power and how they can make a fundamental difference in the educational experience of students, and especially those impacted by trauma. First, understanding trauma is crucial. Trauma can profoundly affect a student's ability to learn, communicate, and interact with others. It impacts their neurological development and can alter their behavioral responses. This is where the magic of strong student-teacher relationships comes into play. It provides the stability and safety that traumatized students might lack in other areas of their lives. By fostering a nurturing connection, teachers can create a safe space for those students to explore, learn, and grow. Research shows that when students feel secure and valued, their stress levels decrease, allowing them to engage more fully with the material and with their peers. In addition, these relationships help in building trust. Trust is the cornerstone of a trauma-informed approach. It encourages students to open up, share their thoughts and challenges, and seek help when they need it. This openness is not only healing, but also promotes a more inclusive and supportive classroom culture. And let's not forget about emotional regulation, another critical aspect. Consistent, caring relationships help students learn to manage their emotions better, and teachers who connect with their students can teach them coping mechanisms simply through daily interactions and modeled behavior. Finally, these relationships enhance engagement and participation. Students are more likely to participate in learning activities, show interest in the curriculum, and perform better academically when they feel understood and supported by their teacher. So, as you can see, the role of relationships in a trauma-informed classroom goes beyond traditional teaching. It's about healing, growing, and empowering students to achieve their best. Not just academically, but emotionally and socially too. While the benefits of building a strong relationship in trauma-informed classrooms are clear, achieving this is not without its challenges. Let's explore some of the common hurdles that educators like you might encounter and consider ways to navigate these complexities. One significant challenge is the varied manifestations of trauma. Trauma doesn't look the same in every student. Some may withdraw and become silent, and others might act out aggressively. Misinterpreting these behaviors as mere disciplinary issues rather than signs of trauma can hinder relationship building. The personal discomfort it may evoke can be a barrier. Discussing or confronting emotional issues isn't easy, and it can be particularly challenging in a classroom setting. Teachers must be prepared to handle emotional responses, both students and their own, in a way that maintains a safe space for everyone. Another challenge is the sheer diversity of student backgrounds. Cultural differences, language barriers, and varying family dynamics can complicate how students express and experience trauma. This diversity requires teachers to be not only culturally competent, but also adaptable in their approach to each student. Teachers also face practical constraints. Time is a major factor. Building deep, meaningful relationships, it takes time, something that structured and often rigid school day doesn't always offer. Plus, large class sizes can make it difficult to connect individually with each student. My tool at the end of this video is likely going to be a great solution to actually help with this. Lastly, the lack of training or resources in a trauma-informed practice can leave teachers feeling unprepared. Without adequate support and professional development, even the most dedicated educator might struggle to implement effective trauma-informed strategies. I actually offer a professional development course that will launch in September of 2024. If you'd like to find out more, you can find the link in the description. Despite these challenges, there are ways to overcome them, which we're going to explore in our next section. Understanding these obstacles is the first step toward addressing them, ensuring every student can benefit from a nurturing and supportive educational environment. Building strong, resilient relationships in a trauma-informed classroom requires intention, patience, and strategic actions. Let's look at several effective strategies that can help educators overcome the challenges and create a supportive, healing environment for all students. Start with the simple yet powerful practice of regular check-ins. This can be as straightforward as asking students how they are feeling today or what's on their mind. These check-ins should be genuine and express real interest in their answers, helping students feel valued and heard. Creating a safe space. So it's crucial to establish the classroom as a safe space where students can express themselves without fear of judgment. Use tools like the Safe Space Agreement, where students and teachers agree on behaviors that support a respectful and secure environment. Language matters. Educate yourself and your colleagues on trauma-sensitive language that avoids triggers and offers support instead of judgment. This includes avoiding labels and focusing on what students need to feel supported. Focus on each student's strengths rather than their limitations. This approach not only boosts self-esteem, but also helps students navigate challenges more effectively. Celebrate the small victories and positive behaviors as a way to reinforce their strengths. Encourage ongoing training in trauma-informed practices for all school staff. This education can build a more cohesive and knowledgeable team, better equipped to support each other and their students. Teaching students mindfulness and emotional regulation techniques can greatly enhance their ability to manage stress and stay engaged. This can be a part of daily routines or specific interventions when needed. Extend the principles of trauma-informed care beyond the classroom by involving families and the wider community. This holistic approach can provide a stronger support network for students and foster a sense of belonging. By integrating these strategies into your daily routines and interactions, you can create a more empathetic, responsive, and supportive learning environment. Each step we take towards building stronger relationships can lead to a profound change in our students' lives. As we navigate the rewarding yet challenging waters of trauma-informed teaching, it's essential to remember that caring for your students begins with caring for ourselves. Supporting your own well-being is not just beneficial, it's necessary to be an effective, compassionate educator. Recognize the emotional exhaustion. Teaching, especially in a trauma-informed setting, can take a toll on your emotional reserves. Be aware of feelings like burnout, frustration, or helplessness. Acknowledge these feelings as the first step toward managing them. Implement regular self-care routines. This might include activities like mindfulness, meditation, exercise, or pursuing hobbies that help you relax and recharge. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, it's an integral part of your professional role as an educator. I have several videos that you can watch here or here. Seek professional support when needed. Sometimes the weight of our responsibilities requires professional intervention. Don't hesitate to consult with a therapist or counselor to help manage the stressors unique to teaching in a trauma-informed environment. Establish boundaries. It's important to know where your responsibilities as a teacher end and where your personal life begins. Setting clear boundaries helps prevent burnout and maintains your emotional and mental health. Finally, build a supportive network among your peers. Sharing experiences, challenges, and successes with colleagues can provide emotional support and practical advice. You're not alone in this journey, and a strong community can make all the difference. By taking these steps to care for yourself, you ensure that you're best equipped to provide the support and stability your students need. Remember, a well-supported teacher is a cornerstone of a resilient, trauma-informed classroom. Before we wrap up, I want to share with you my biggest secret for building those meaningful relationships in the classroom. It's simple yet incredibly effective, and that is implementing a morning meeting or circle time dedicated to fostering connections. This doesn't need to be a lengthy process. Even a few minutes at the start of each day or each week, depending on your schedule, can have a profound impact. These meetings are a chance to show every student that you care about them individually, that their voices are valued, and that they are a vital part of the classroom community. During these morning meetings or circle times, the conversation topics are designed to enhance connections and understanding among students and between students and teachers. Topics might include sharing something that they're looking forward to, discussing how they feel that day, or reflecting on a recent lesson or event in a supportive environment. We can also use this time for activities that promote social skills like gratitude exercises or compliment rounds where students and teachers express appreciation for one another. Occasionally, it might be a space to discuss classroom issues collaboratively, giving everyone a voice in finding solutions and making decisions together. This isn't just about talking, it's about listening, understanding, and growing together. It's a time when everyone learns to value diverse perspectives and build a community that supports each other's emotional and academic growth. By taking this short amount of time to focus on connections, you're not just teaching curriculum, you're building a culture. You're showing that what each student thinks and feels truly matters. And it's this culture that can transform your classroom into a community where everyone is going to feel included, respected, and a part of something greater. Implementing this practice sends a powerful message of inclusion and care, which is the cornerstone of any successfully implemented trauma-informed educational environment. Try it and watch how it transforms your classroom dynamics and enhances learning for everyone. And as we close today's discussion on building transformative relationships in trauma-informed classrooms, remember that each step that you take towards strengthening these connections can profoundly impact your students' lives and your own teaching experience. Thank you for joining me. If you've gotten this far in our important conversation, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. You can also watch more videos on this topic in our playlist right after this video. And if you're interested in taking your professional development further, check out the link in the description to learn about my comprehensive course. And remember, every moment is an opportunity to grow and make a difference. So get out there and master your next moment.